Alright everybody, welcome to the Tailfin Bait channel. So I got a little fishing video for y'all today. I went out last week on Monday and found a couple little fish. Really, some not a lot to talk about, not a lot of big stuff. And I'm going to apologize in advance for the terrible shots that I got, but the key to the video is just kind of showing y'all, what I was throwing and how I was working it. So essentially all this video is going to be is just a little tutorial on it. I'll include some clips of me catching, fish. I'll include a clip of me actually catching quite a big fish. And my GoPro actually died on the release, so I wasn't able to catch the release of that fish. Took it back to the boat and measured it, and made sure that it was legal size. And down here in South Texas, we're actually releasing fish over 20 inches. It's not the law. The law is 17 to 23, but as a responsible sportsman, we take it upon ourselves to make the fishery as best as we can. So I released fish over 20 inches. This fish ended up actually being 20 and a half inches, so it skipped the dinner table this time, but it ended up getting a real healthy release and everything. But I probably include a video of me catching a redfish on one of our lures that we came up with. It was kind of a whitish, yellowish white color, and I had a lot of good commentary on that video, but I am still learning the GoPro out in the field. I'm learning what the different beeps and stuff mean, so I apologize, but it was shot in time-lapse mode, so I'll probably include that. But just so you know, there's no audio on it. I might do a voiceover on it or something like that, just to kind of show y'all, what was going on. But yeah, I'll apologize for that in advance. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. At the beginning of every video, I'll kind of go over the gear I was using. It will probably never change, but depending on situations, I do sometimes like to throw something similar to this. This is just a Pin Fierce 2 in the 4000 size. I like this 4000 size because of the amount of line that I can put on it. This particular one is spooled currently in 40-pound braid, which I'm going to be unspooling and putting 20-pound braid on probably tonight. The reason I had this on here is because it was being used as an offshore fishing rig. We were catching snapper and triggerfish and stuff on it last year before I thought I lost it, and found it in my garage. But it needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be fixed up and everything. And this is a Falcon Coastal XG rod in 7'6", and it is a medium action, medium retrieve. So it's pretty good for what we do down here. I typically use it whenever we're throwing live shrimp. I like the free line. I don't like fishing with corks necessarily. So whenever I'm free lining shrimp, I'll throw this just because they're real light. And this is very good at throwing light tackle. This is my baby. This is a custom Waterloo slam mag, and it is a medium extra fast rod. It's very good for my lures that I throw, which are my custom Tailfin Baits lures. You can get them on our Facebook page, you can get them on Instagram. You can email me and order it. I'll have my email linked down below. I'll have the Facebook page and the Instagram page also linked down below. I'm going to be setting up a Shopify in the future if you're wanting to buy them. But this is a custom design that I came up with, and I have an intro video on that. So this medium power extra fast rod, great for throwing these lures. This is a 1/4 ounce jig head. I typically don't like to throw the 1/4 ounce jig head. I like the 32nd ounce jig head or a 16th ounce jig head, and a 1/0 hook is preferable. This is a 2/0 hook. This is something that I'll throw around the piers and stuff around here at night. just because the fish are typically going to be in a little deeper water off the pier. So they're not necessarily on the surface. They're not feeding on the surface whenever I see them. The reel is a Shimano Corrado 200 HG DC. I like this rod, or I like this reel a lot. I have a 20-pound braid. This is Finn's Wind Tamer, pitch black, and this is my go-to braided fishing line. I have it tied to about a 2.5 to 3 foot fluorocarbon leader, and all the fluorocarbon does is help the line sink, because as everybody who fishes with braid knows, the braid floats. So in order to get that down a little bit, got the leader on it, and this also helps with setting your hook and stuff. It gives the line a little bit extra stretch. So anyway, I am going to shut up and fish. So enjoy the video, let me know what you think. Like I said, sorry about bad shots. I will be sure to fix that in the future, and y'all have a good one. I forgot to show everyone what I was throwing. I'm gonna be throwing my homemade lure that I made, and Pearly Pepper. That's the name of the color, Pearly Pepper. See how it works out today. But anyway, you see this action right here that I'm giving it? This is what produces the best type of action in the water as far as that bait goes. It acts like a jerk bait, looks like a swim bait. So you can probably get a good view of it right there. Throwing it on a 32 ounce jig head, and the actual lure itself is pretty heavy, so didn't really have any issue casting. But I'm gonna shut up and fish, and let you know if we catch anything. Water's pretty cool today, actually, compared to how it was the day before yesterday whenever I was out this way. Ooh, fish on. Little drum. Nice little drum, probably 12 inches long. I'll let him go back. That's interesting. Might need to work it faster. That's a little trout. Easy release, little dinkage. Big old boat came through earlier, made a big old wake. Ooh, got another one already. Got a little school of them right there, I guess. Get down. No, whatever. He's little. My wife's gonna be so proud of me. I actually remembered the GoPro this morning, and I remembered to turn it on. Must be a little school of them right there, but I'm after the bigger ones. Yeah, this is the Pearly Pepper. I'll get out of the sun. I'll put it in the sun so you can see exactly what's going on with it. Oh, that's why he was up here. Those big trout might be shallow too. I just heard it sounded like a trout pop. Oh, oh, that's a little better fish. I don't think he'll keep or anything. Another dink.
he bit me. Alright, bye buddy. Little baby trout right here in front of me. Go back home. Man, dink trout. Grass bed right in front of me. Try that for a second. Oh, that's a better fish. Oh, he's not a keeper. Good sized male trout. Oh yeah. Lure's getting a little destroyed. Probably gonna be the last time I can catch a fish with it before it gives out. One of my favorite things about this new plastic that I've been using is even if this lure is just about ripped in half, the plastic underneath it is so stiff you do not lose your action. The only time you lose your action is whenever you lose your tail or one of the fins underneath it, and then it becomes kind of unusable. But as you can see, this one has gotten absolutely destroyed in the water. Looks just fine. Not sure if you can see that, but it looks just fine. There he is. Easy release. He swam at me the entire time, could not get that hook in his mouth. Oh yeah, good trout. Stay down, come on baby, stay down. good trout. That's a hardy girl. Let me get the hook out of her mouth. Now I'm not going to measure her. She might be oversized. Throw in my bag and get a measurement at the boat. See if I can't get a good picture of her. Alright.
That ended up being the last fish I caught in that area. So we're going to go ahead and move on down to another area where I caught some redfish. And sorry about this being a time-lapse video. I'm new to using the GoPro. Now this is just me reeling it in. Trying to get it in the net and everything. Got a good net job. I attempted to take the hook out beforehand. He jumped out of the net, and so I decided I'm going to put him in the bag and take the hook out there. That way, if he does get off of the hook, like if he gets himself off, he's not going to go anywhere because he's going to be dinner. So there I am, just inspecting the bait, making sure everything looks good. It's good to go. Fixing up my line. Got it wrapped around there for a minute. And that's pretty much it. There's a little bit left of this. I'll kind of trim it up just to make it more smooth. End up catching one more little redfish, and that should be it. And here is the final fish of the trip. Just a little 17-inch redfish or so. Really was trying to get one more keeper redfish to take home, but honestly, I'm happy with just one keeper red. They have plenty of meat on them, and they are really good whenever you fry them on the half shell. Uh, there it is, just me taking the lure out of the fish's mouth. I got a better angle in the camera this time, so you can actually see the fish and what I was throwing. But I ended up wading a little bit further in, trying to find that last fish, and saw about 3 or 4 stingrays, which you will see here at the end of the video. You'll see them, I kind of point at them, and like I said, I thought I had it on video mode, but I had it on time lapse, so didn't get to get my commentary on these guys. But there he goes. I almost stepped on him, if you couldn't tell there. And then I saw one more up a little further and decided that that was the end of my trip because I was not looking forward to getting stuck by a stingray and maybe ending up in the hospital. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please come back for more. I'm going to try to upload once a week from now on. And Tailfin out.